Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video, which is going to be part 1 of our Desert Muse page and the beginning of halfway to Halloween. I am really excited about this color along because I have a huge amount of pictures I already set aside to do, plus I really like Halloween, so I'm really happy to do kind of like creepy, cute ones. I think for this color along, there's going to be some kind of more horror ones, but I think I'm going to save the more scary horror stuff, like the beauty of horror and stuff like that, until like October. But we're going to be doing a page from Desert Muse today. I have put a base of markers down already, so that way kind of save time, because on the Amazon printed paper, if you use a water-based marker, alcohol-based marker, if your paper is still wet, sometimes the pencils will rip the paper, especially if you're using a harder leaded pencil. And today we're going to be using on top of the markers the Amazon Basics, because I have struggled with these pencils before. I don't like to say this, but I don't really like these that much. They're not my favorite pencils. And so I figured we're going to go ahead and try these out today and try them a little more on top of markers, because I haven't tried them on top of markers yet, so I'm really excited about that. But I figured I usually do this beforehand. I know I just did my wrap-up, so I really don't have many pictures to show you, but I figured I'll show you some of the pictures I'm currently working on, because it's been a little bit since I've actually sat down and did a color in chat. So let me just do one more. So I started a page last night from this book here, the Nordiska Vasen, and I started the Sirens, I think it is, page. I just did the one down there last night while watching May Bronx. She was doing this one, and I just wasn't in the mood for this one, so I picked a different one to do. So I started that one, and that was with the Polychromos. And today I was in the mood to do another page from Magical Jungle, so I went to my page on my shelf and pulled out one of my 4 copies of Magical Jungle, which I know I probably get questioned because some people ask that all the time when I mention that, or they see that. I got them at Ollie's for $1.99, and it was my first Johanna Basford book, and still my favorite. I know World of Flowers is amazing, but I still think this one is my favorite. So I have one copy. I think I'm going to deem my Prisma copy, which is the copy I showed you. The one I worked out last month, even though there's the Polychromos one in there. But I'm going to pretty much use my Prismas in there. I have my budget-friendly copy, which I use my budget-friendly brands. I have my one copy just for fun or a backup, and this will probably be the one I use my Polychromos in. And I start on this page right here. And I had to put those dots there because the leaves came out just a little too dark. So this one is just with my Polychromos so far, and I really like the pink one, how that came out. I actually wrote that down in my swatch book for a color combo, and this one does have this on the front here, which is my Prismas, and then it has the page I messed up, royally messed up, and I just blacked it out with black acrylic paint instead, and with my little anamorphic blob over there. So I think what I'm going to do with this one, I was going to start the very first book and just work my way through, but I think what I'm going to do is just work on the right hand side pictures first, and just work all the way back through. So I'll go to this one, to this one, to this one, all the way through to the right hand side, because even this one here, which is a double pager, there's not many ones down the middle, because Johanna Basford listened to people that said they're not really interested in that, we're not really interested in that, but that it kind of is hard to color when it gets down into the binding. So she now purposely does most of her books where it doesn't go down into the binding of the book. There are some, where's the one? There's one I seen, I think it's further up. It does do that. It goes to go in the middle. Like the vines here. Not the one does connect. This one. The flowers go in the middle, like that. But if I do that, I'll just finish up the flowers on one side going through. And then I figure I'll show you really quick the color combos. So this is with the Polychromos. This is the pink flower. There we go. That's the pink flowers I just showed you. It is Pink Matter Lake, which is the lightest color, light purple pink, which is the middle color, pink cardamom, or pink carmine, which is the third color, and then magenta for the darkest. And then the purple hair is from the guy I did from the Zodiac color, and that's crimson as the light, purple violet, Indanthrone blue, and then black. So I'm just kind of keeping the color combos that I know I really, really like from the Prismas or the Polys as I go. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let me zoom you back out and reposition the camera. There we go. So like I said, I did use the markers, but I did go ahead and, too far, there we go. Keep the markers over here on the side. So the page we're going to be doing is this Sugar Skull Woman. Because this fits into the whole, well, it fits more into Day of the Dead, but I liked it for this one. So what I did was I went to do a gray skin. So we used Fog Gray in the Arteza Everblend. The dress and outfit here is in Lilac. The hair is Sky Blue. The cactuses here are Green Tea. And then the flowers is Bubble Bath Pink. I looked up different cactus flowers, and most of them were pinkish colored. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. And the face I did leave alone because we're going to do that with gel pen. So I figured that way the gel for the pop. I think we're going to do the Sugar Skulls as well in gel pens. So I'm going to go ahead and get some grays out for her skin. I'm going to get the black out because I know I'll need that. Yeah, I just found with the the Amazon Basics that the leads are very, you can't really see that. The lead on these are extremely, extremely hard, and after a while just coloring them, my wrist will like burn with it. Like it just feels like it's like really just hurts. I'm going to sharpen these up really quick over here. Okay, so the colors we're going to be using from light to dark is light gray, which is number 564. We'll be using warm gray, which is 566. We'll be using dark gray, which is 568. And we'll be using black, which is 570. So I'm going to start with my darkest gray, which is black or dark gray. We're going to zoom you in so you can see. And we're just going to start shading around. See, I just find with these that when I'm using them without, like, I want to test them with a marker base, but when I've used them, like, I find that, like, my wrist just starts killing me after a little bit. You know, like, when you've sat there and, like, color all day? You know, you sit there and color for a long time? How your wrists and your arms just hurting? I find that these do that off to me on a very, if I'm doing like coloring for a very short time. So I want to test how they were on marker base and how they worked. I like doing it that way. Because like the Crayolas are very hard leaded pencils, but they don't do that to me. I can sit there and color for at least an hour or so before they start feeling that way. But these, I start using them on one of the Witcher pages that I have in the Witcher book. And I just did a small little area of water, and my wrist was just screaming by the time I was done with it. And that was just with using pencil straight on the paper. So I'm wondering if maybe if I test these with the markers, if it will not be as bad. Okay, we're gonna do the lips here. So anyways, I hope you are having a good day. It is currently the 29th. You'll see this on Tuesday the 30th. I figure I'll go ahead and just jump start into this color along because I was going to film something anyways tonight, so I figure I might as well just go ahead and do the color along. So we're going to use warm gray next, which is the second color in, the second darkest. So I figure I might as well just go ahead and film for the color along. And I think this may be 2 parts. I'm not sure. It might be only one. We shall see what time. I'm going to try seeing what time it is, because right now it's like quarter to 12. So I figure I'll check the time when I'm done with when I feel like I'm done for tonight, because I don't think it's going to take too long, this picture. It may just be a one-parter. But I'm excited for this color along, so I figured let's just go ahead and start a day early, because technically the Easter color along was done on the 22nd. And I figured you can still send me pictures if you're watching this today. You can still send me pictures for the Easter color along until midnight your time on the 30th, because I will be filming it when I get up. We're gonna go now to the black. When I get up on May 1st, I will be filming the video. So you have until probably figure the afternoon of May 1st to either send it through email or post it on Instagram. Even though I will say this, if you don't have it if it's not up by then, if the video is posted, it'll probably be posted probably about like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. So the preferred time, if you want all your picture in there, would be to have it posted by the end of the 30th. So I'm really excited for this color along. I don't know the order of ones I'll be doing. I just knew that this one will be first. Yes, I am in frame. Good. So yeah, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a color and chat. I think the last time, I go in now, dark gray and kind of smoke that black out, was the last time I sat down and filmed a color and chat was last Thursday, I think, maybe. Whenever I filmed that part to Romantic Country was the last time I actually sat down to film a color and chat. But it's been a busy weekend. Friday, we went to the grocery store, and we're trying to clear most of the stuff out of the fridge and freezer. This is warm gray in the cabinets, because next week is the stocking up week. So we got everything together to figure out like the bills and stuff like that, and the first week of each month will be kind of a free week, where the only thing we had to pay is the truck, because we pay that on that weekly. And so the first week is a free week, and we figured that will be the week we stock up on meats and stuff like that, and we're going to use light gray very lightly over the whole base. That'll be the day a week we go get stock up on meats and stuff like that, or that way the rest of the weeks, which are going to be like we had to pay bills and stuff like that on them, we just have like little things to go fill up on, like like soda, like snacks, and like vegetables, so that we run out faster than other stuff. So that's gonna be next week, this Friday coming up. So we're kind of like cleaning stuff out and like getting like even the last of the little bit stuff. So Friday we just went to Walmart. So it looks pretty good. You can see kind of a shine from the wax, but it looks, and these aren't as bad. Like, honestly, if I was doing this part without the marker base, my hand would probably hurt, but since I'm doing that, it actually didn't feel too bad. So I think these might be ones to just use on marker. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of the colors like that for the rest of her body. So yeah, and we just did that, and since usually my mom goes off on Saturday when we go to the grocery shopping, we went to go somewhere. My mom went to go and do something, so we went to the library on Saturday. And I'm glad that we did, because I found some books there that I've been wanting to read. And I was excited about that. So I have the new Angie Thomas book, the On the Come Up, which is the sequel, spiritual successor / spin-off of The Hate You Give, which it's about, I think, Bree's story but she is the daughter of one of the characters that you meet in the story, and you meet her in the first book as well, very briefly towards the end of the book. So I'm excited about that. They actually had 2 copies there, which I was surprised that they even had any in stock, because the first book was extremely popular. I don't know if the second book is as good or not, but I'll be finding out, because I have it. And I've been reading. I finished the novella for the 3.5 novella in the Gold Valley series, which I'm excited for. Now I'm ready for the new book that's out, which I think I have to check. I can't log into, for some reason, every time I log on to my Harlequin account, it kind of like Google Chrome like kicks me off or just doesn't load long enough, so I have to check. But I think the package should be here coming this week. I use the the faster ship. I forgot what they call it. Because it's $9, but it's faster than, because if you use the regular free shipping, it's cheaper, but it takes, not free, yeah, it's free shipping, you go over a certain amount, but if the regular shipping that comes to the regular mail, it's so slow. It almost takes a month for your packages to get here, and it's like, I would rather pay the $9 extra on the shipping to get it within like 2-3 days, you know? So I ordered that on Thursday night, late Thursday night, so I can't remember, it processed Friday, so they don't process stuff on the weekends, so I'm not sure if it didn't come today, so it should be here tomorrow, the next day. If not, I'll just see if I can get on there and email them if it didn't get through, because I'm not sure if it even took the money off of my account yet, which is weird, so I had to double check that. Sometimes like the package will actually come without you paying for it, because I can't remember if I chose bill me later or not. Because usually if I order through Harlequin, I'll use the bill me later one, but if I only order like 1 or 2 books, I'll just go ahead and pay for it. So I can't remember if I hit the bill me later feature or not, which would explain why it didn't charge me if I did. But yeah, that should be coming with a 5th book in the series. So I'm excited about that. I'm in the middle of reading Hocus Pocus, which is the movie Hocus Pocus, but in book form. And the new sequels in the back of it. I'm just reading the first book right now, and it's honestly just movie in book form. But I'm enjoying it because it's Hocus Pocus. I'll be excited to get to the sequel. But I'm just as happy to be enjoying reading again. So I'm trying to make my weekends reading weekends. And since Sunday is usually a day where I film and I don't really read that much for it, I'm decided my reading weekends will now start on Fridays, where I still film Friday nights, but I can spend the day while I'm waiting for my dad to get off work and go to the grocery store reading, if I'm not writing, So, but I'm happy about that, and I'm going to I'm telling myself that after I'm done filming, if I get done filming later at night, like it's currently almost midnight, so by the time I'm done with this and editing and then go get my shower and stuff like that, it'll be pretty much ready for me just to go right to bed. I have to go reply to comments and stuff like that yet, but I'll be doing that and then probably getting ready for bed and then go in bed and read. I'm trying to tell myself that I can color during the daytime and only color at nighttime when like I'm just in the mood to color, not in the mood to read. But I want to try reading at night before after I'm done filming, because I'm sitting here coloring on camera, for an hour and a half usually, or anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half, So I don't really need to color anymore before I go to bed. So that way I can at least get some more reading done. Unless I'm just not in the reading mood, you know. Then I can color, of course. I'm not going to force myself to read. But I was enjoying that. I think I hit the 80-page mark today. And Sunday was a lazy day. I just laid in bed, watched some Netflix, and read. I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer and Final Destination 2, and I started Final Destination 3. But the Final Destination movies, after you've watched them the first time, they are just not good. Because you know what's coming. Like, the thrill of the Final Destination movies are the not knowing how and in which way that death is going to get the person, you know? But once you actually know what's coming, it's like, these aren't that good. They're good, but they're not like, the suspense is no longer there. You know what I mean? So, I still enjoyed the second one. I think the first and the second one are the only good ones in the series. The rest are just kind of But I had it on as background noise, and I watched certain times, and then just mostly read, which was fun. And then today I had a doctor's appointment, which is just a yearly checkup, and everything is good. Everything's going good and healthy. And I talked to them about the heartburn, I think I was talking about before, where it happens, and they didn't want to prescribe anything because it doesn't happen like regularly, but they recommended to just go and to get some over the counter kind. So this Friday I'm just gonna grab some of the Prilosec, or those kind of ones that are over the counter kind, to have for it, because like I told them, it doesn't happen every single day of the week. It's mostly just when I eat certain foods. So they said they don't like to prescribe something unless it happens regularly. So since it only happens when I eat certain foods, they said that you just take the over-the-counter stuff. That way it helps, and it's cheaper, than getting a prescription. So I'll get some of that Friday, but everything is good and healthy. I just wanted to go and get the yearly checkup done because I missed last year. So, get everything done. So there is that so far. Once again, these colors are light gray. I'm trying to put these back. I have them. Warm gray, dark gray, and then black. So let's pick the colors out for the hair next. We'll do blue because I have a lot of blues in my set. So I think the lightest, like that, yeah. So it'll be light blue, kingfisher blue, cobalt blue, and we'll keep the black. So I'm gonna go ahead, pause this, and I'll sharpen these up. Okay, let's sharpen up. I turn it off so we don't have to hear the grinding of that, because I do up the volume for my talk. I don't know how loud it will be, so I think that will be good right there. So colors, if you're coloring along with this, it's light blue 535, kingfisher blue 534. I can actually show these because you can actually see them now. The grays you can really see. Cobalt blue 531, and we're still using black 570. So I'm gonna do the same thing where I go ahead and start with the darkest color, blue, and just start shading and then work our way up. So yeah, today was a relaxing day. I was kind of still feeling tired from taking some allergy medicine last night and getting up early for the appointment. So I just kind of had a relaxing day. And I colored a little bit. I watched people's finishes for the month videos. I have to go back and comment on some, because I had them all open in different tabs. So I just kind of like went, when one was finished, I went from one to the other, you know, type of thing. I had to make sure I like it and stuff like that, but I had to go back and comment on some. I'm going to use Kingfisher Blue. But I mostly just kind of relaxed, watched some videos, colored a bit. I was going to work more in that, the Swedish coloring book that I had, but I was more in the mood to do another page from, Magical Jungle, because I did the page last month for Samantha's color along, and I really, really enjoyed that, and I had to coloring in that book again. I use the black now. And it's like, I just really want to do another page, so I pulled that one out, and it's like, I'm going to go ahead and color some more in there. And then we watched, tonight was Monday, so it was Teen Mom 2. So we watched that. And we were going to watch Empire because on Sunday, because we missed Wednesday's episode. And last week's episode was on there still till Sunday, but this week's episode wasn't. So we didn't get to see that one. And really just wasn't really in the mood to like try, like, because I don't have Hulu right now. So I was like, I'm not going to go just subscribe to Hulu just for one episode of Empire. And it was a Jamal-centric episode, so we're going to do now the light blue. So really didn't really care that much. So I just read the synopsis of it, and we'll just catch up on Thursday. So if you're Thursday afternoon, me and Mom will just watch Wednesday's episode. Just make sure to watch on Wednesdays. There's only 2 more episodes this season. So it really doesn't matter. We don't really have that much longer to watch it. So there's the blue, and that's what we're going to do for the rest of the hair. This season it's been okay. It's not been the best. I am hoping it gets renewed. I don't know how they're going to do the Jamal Jussie situation of the show. It's reported that all the people are trying to get him reinstated, but you don't know how to really tell. It could just be them saying that, you know, to the media, to kind of save face, you know, about it all. Because, like, me and Mom were talking about, it's like, there's no really way for the people on the show that work on the show to really handle it, because if you come out and say you're against what he did, you're going to be the villain. But if you come out and say you support him after it happened, you're going to be the villain for supporting him. So really, like what me and Mom were saying, there's no way to win in this situation other than stay quiet in that situation. So, just a weird thing. But the next 2 episodes, he's not on the episodes, because that's after the thing happened. They went back and kind of rewrote it with him out of it, I guess. So it's gonna be weird, but hopefully it gets renewed. I'm honestly hoping that it gets renewed for just a final season next year, because it hasn't been that good this season. It's been good, don't get me wrong, it's been good. But if you look at the quality of like seasons 1 and 2, it has not been that good. But I think if they renew it for like one final season, like, and announce it as like a final season, they could do a really good job. Because what they're like building up to, like the storylines on it, they're building up to a good kind of like a final bash season, you know, type of thing. I think that would be a good kind of send off, like one final season. Because I don't think every single show out there has to run, you know, for like 15, 20 years. You can have a good 5-year run, as long as you get, like, if you're trying to at least get to the syndication numbers, which I think is now 80 episodes. I think it used to be like 100 episodes, and I think now it's 100 episodes, but now it's 80 episodes. And they've reached that this season, so wrap it up with a good final season. But tomorrow, nothing is on TV. I know my mom usually watches Little People, Big World and the Seven Little Johnsons, I think it is, on TLC. But other than that, we don't have any other shows on. And these are feeling better when they have a marker base to them. I can already feel my wrist hurting a little bit, but not as bad if I was just using these as is on the paper. So that is good. So I know that these will be good for marker bases. I don't just know what it is with the pencil. The lead of these is like twice as hard as like a Crayola to me. So they hurt after a while if you're just using them on the paper. And I've tried multiple hand pressures and stuff like that, and they still just kill my wrists after a while. Like, I can feel my wrist hurting, but I was coloring earlier too, so this might be from it being tired from coloring, you know? But I am liking how that blue and stuff is coming out. See, I'm looking forward to the color alongs and all the pictures that we're going to do this month. I do have the Star Wars picture I'm going to do on the 4th and the 5th at the end of this week for the Star Wars Day. I figured that would be a fun little kind of thing to have going on for that day. Because last year I didn't have a Star Wars coloring book. And this year I do for it, so. So I figure it's going to be perfect to do one. I was planning on originally doing them as like speed colors and like pre-filming them and putting them up, but I was like, now let's just turn it into a color and chat. I'm still kind of tired because of the Benadryl. I took Benadryl last night for going to go to bed because my allergies have been acting up. So I figured, well, I might as well just take it before I go to bed anyways, because it's going to make me sleepy. And it just didn't want to leave my body today. Usually I could take it before I go to bed, and then when I wake up, I'm not tired anymore, you know, because I slept off the drowsiness of it. But today, nope. And Benadryl is pretty much the only stuff that works for my allergies, other than like Sudafed. But like Sudafed is more expensive, and I'm not going to purchase that one. The Benadryl works good. I can just take it before I go to bed, you know. So I just kind of drowsy all day and tired. So I didn't get any writing done today. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm still in the middle of that one scene, my one chapter. It's just going to be a long, long chapter. Yeah, it's actually looking really, really good on camera and in person. See, I'm gonna take a break really quick because I need to grab a drink. My drink's almost empty. I forgot to grab that, so I'll be right back. Okay, grab myself a drink. I always forget how to do that before I actually sit down to film. But yeah, we sat down last week and figured ourselves out the budget of everything because most of the bills that we have come in are on the second, third, and fourth week of the month. So what we're going to start doing is the first week of the month, we're going to go ahead and go to the grocery store and do a full stock up of meat for the month because the whole paycheck is like a free one. Not our free one because there's still some stuff, but we're going to go ahead and go and stock up on like the meats and stuff like that, and that way during other weeks we only have to get like the small things like soda and bread, like milk, and like maybe some snack foods. And that way on the other weeks we know those weeks are just the bill weeks, that all the bills come out on those ones, because our rent isn't like most people's rent. It's on the 1st. It's actually on the 15th of the month because that's around when we moved in. He just kept it. He never put it back to the 1st. He's like, well, let's keep it on the 15th. So that's when we usually have our rent, is later in the month. And so I figured we'll just go ahead on the first week, and that way on that week we can just go stock up on the meats, stuff like that, and all that other kind of stuff, especially with that, like Aldi's, because we can go there and get a month's worth of meat for probably $100, because we get a week's worth of meat, or no, we get almost about 2 weeks worth of meat at Aldi for $35 normally. So we figure we're gonna go there, we're gonna stock up, get two grocery carts when we go there, because usually we only get one because we always only have 1/4, because if you don't know, at the Aldi's you have to actually pay for your carts. You have to put a little quarter in the carts to unlock it. So you always have to remember your quarter going to shop at Aldi's. But we're going to get 2, and we're going to have a full stock up week for the rest of the month. So that way we start doing that, and it helps with everything. And then I know tomorrow I have a package coming from Amazon. Actually 2 packages because they split it up. But I bought my mom a book, which is coming tomorrow. Because I was going to get her the Daydreams by Hannah Carlson because she really likes the Seasons book that was sent to her. And Daydreams right now is on sale for $6.99. It's just back order, so you won't get it until the middle of May. But it's $6.99. And the pictures were a little too small for her. So I found another book that the pictures were a little bigger for her. So it's going to be here tomorrow, and it's the Alice in Wonderland by Fabiana Attanasio, because she really likes that artwork anyway, so I figured I'll grab that one for her. And it's only, that one currently is like $4.97, no, $5.81 I think on Amazon. So I grabbed that one for her. And then I found a book, a grayscale book that I have not seen ever on people's color tubes. So I was like, ooh, let me go ahead and grab this. And it came out like 2016, so I don't know if it flew under the radar or if I just never seen people coloring in it. So I'll do a flip through on that when it comes. I'll probably put it up, probably film it tomorrow night and put it up. Oops, drop my pencil. I'll probably put that one, it's filmed tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. So I'll probably film the flip through tomorrow and put it on tomorrow night before I film in our color and chat, and then put it up on Wednesday as well. But it is a really cute book, and it's grayscale. So I was really excited. It was on, I don't know if it's just on sale, that was the price, but it was only like $5.80 as well. I think $5.87 or something like that. And it's really cute. Not very, very intricate and detailed, but it has pictures that were really adorable. So I was like, I need to grab this. So I'll show that and do a flip through of it. For Wednesday, probably. But yeah, it's coming to the point now where like when I go to order like a coloring book for myself, like I'm kind of stumped at it on which one to order, because like I've reached that point where I have like all the coloring books I ever like wanted. And of course there's still some that I want out there and stuff like that. But like it gets to the point where it's harder for me to justify buying another coloring book when I have some money, you know? So it's like, eh. And then I seen that one. I was just gonna order the book for my mom. But I seen that one. I was like, well, I'm gonna order that one because I haven't seen that one. It's grayscale and it looks really cute. So I was like, I'm gonna grab that one. But like, I still have the books, of course, on my wish list that I have. I use my save later for feature, because I use my wish list as kind of like a reminder tab for books that I've seen on other people's channels like that. So that way I can, like, when I go to shop for a book for myself, I can kind of just check there and be like, is there any that's catching my eye, you know? But it's just, I don't know, it's got to the point now where like I don't know if I want to justify buying more, unless like it's one that I've been waiting for, because like I have so many already. So it's like I kind of feel bad about buying another one when I have so many of them. But I'm gonna get over that mood eventually, you know. You know me, and you know that coloring mood. We go through that a lot. Ooh, lost my voice there. We go through that a lot, where it's just like, I don't know, I should color some, I should stop buying so much and just color the ones I have, and then a month later we come up with like a 20 book haul, you know. It's just that processes we go through. But I have that coming, but I know my mom will like that Alice in Wonderland. She really likes Alice in Wonderland ones. So it's like, I'm going to go ahead and get that one for her. And then in August, the Spirit Animals will be coming for her by Hannah Carlzon. I had the pre-order, and I have the Swedish edition. I think that's the Swedish edition, the one that Citizen sent. And I figure I'll keep the pre-order going for when that one comes out for my mom, so that way she can have that version, because she really likes the images in that book. So fair, you can just have I'll keep the pre-order going, and it'll be here in August. So she's excited for that one. And I can definitely feel my hand is hurting a little bit from these pencils. Not like super, super bad, but like you can feel like I've been pushing a little harder on them. But I am liking how they are working, so I think that maybe these are just like pencils to use in a short burst. You know? I just don't know what it is. It's just like the lead of these are like super, super hard. But like I use the Crayolas and I don't have that problem with them, you know? So I don't know. I know the majority of the people who use these like them. But I just find them a little too hard. I probably should have used the Arteza pencils, because Arteza markers on top of Arteza pencils on top of Arteza markers, but I wasn't really thinking when I did that, so. It probably would have worked out pretty good to test out those on top of because the same company, you know. But I wasn't thinking of that, so. There. I do like how that hair came out. It looks really nice. So once again, those colors. Darkest was cobalt blue. Medium tone was kingfisher blue. Lightest was light blue. And then, of course, black. So let me grab my purples. I think that looks pretty similar. So that's lavender. There's not many purples. Use violet and purple. So, you know what the deal is. I'm going to pause it and sharpen so you don't have to listen to the loud crunching noises. So I'll be right back. Okay, so pencils, light to dark, is lavender 521, violet 527, purple 528, and black 570. So I think what we're going to do today is actually probably finish up all the pencil work. So we'll do the dress, the flowers, and the cactuses, and then that'll be it for today. We'll call it a day. And then tomorrow we'll do all the gel pen work. I think that sounds good. So I got a little bit of a kickstart to this today. If I would have filmed about 10:30ish like I was going to, we probably could have finished up in one video, but I was finishing up those pink flowers and this little, I think I should have drew a hand line there because it was a little too big there for it, but we'll just go with it. I should have took a fine line, just drew her hand back a little bit before there, but we will go with it. I'll finish up the pink flowers and then putting the marker base on here, because if you try to put pencils, especially harder lead pencils like these down on wet marker, you have a higher risk of ripping the paper. So I wanted to just go ahead and put that base down so I didn't get a full start as I wanted to, but 2 parts is a good amount for this. I like to keep my videos around 2 to 3 parts because it keeps the, attention span, I guess you would say there. You don't have to sit through 5 to 6, 7 parts, Even though I'll watch pretty much all the parts of all videos. But I'm just trying to make this faster. Violet now. And I think 2 parts will be good. 2 to 3 parts will be good for each picture because I have a lot of pictures picked out for this month. So you'll probably get a lot of longer videos. So I can get more done in one picture. I'm excited to work more in here. This one is one of my favorites. I need to pull out Spooky Sweets because I have not done a page in there yet. So I really need to pull Spooky Sweets out. I'm going to use the black now. So maybe this month I will do that. And I have switched up how I'm going to do the Color Your Horde. I was trying to do the random number generator last night when I was picking my page. And I just couldn't. Every time I would roll to one, I just wasn't in the mood to color from there. I'd pull the book off my shelf and I just flip through and flip through and flip through. And I couldn't find a page. So what I've decided to do with that is when I need to start a new page, I'm just going to go to that list, look at it, and whichever one is calling out to me, I'll pick it up on the shelf and do it. That way I am looking through the list of uncolored books yet, but I'm not kind of randomizing it and getting it to the point where I'm not really in the mood to do it. Because I would hate to start one, abandon it, and have like more whips than I can count for, you know? So I'm just going to go ahead and use that list as a list for books that I need to color in yet. And just do it that way. So I pulled out that book I showed you, the Nordiska? Which one is it? Nordiska Vassen. I pulled that one out because I wanted to also color while watching May Bronx, and that was on the list of ones I need to color in. So, start that one last night, the Polychromos. I was really happy with how that came out. I don't know what it was this day. I was in the mood to work more in Magical Jungle, so I just wanted to pull that out and color from that. Kind of got that Magical Jungle buzz after last month of pulling that back and redoing it. So I don't know which picture will be next. I'm not going to announce which one's going to be next. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go through the other books I have set aside for this month. And whichever one calls out to me, I will go ahead and do the next video on. I have an idea which one I want to do next, but I'm not sure. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not going to say which one it is yet, just in case I change my mind. But I'm just excited to be able to work in this book more, because this, I think, is my favorite of the Karla books. I don't have her newest one yet, so I can't say it's my favorite one without having that one, seeing that one in person. But I think this one has the most of the pictures that I like the most. I just like that kind of deserty vibe to it. Although I will say this, I do really like Wee Wickets. I think if I had to rank them, they would all still be ranked at like number 1 and tied with each other. They would just be like a sliver, each one would have like a sliver higher or lower, Because there's never been a Karla one that's like, Yeah, I like that. It looks nice there compared to with her skin. One kind of go with like a gray kind of dead theme, type of thing. So that is Lavender, which is 521. Violet, 527. Purple is 528, and of course black, 570. So let's do pinks next, because we're right here. That was pink. Let's see. That looks like the lightest one. Then this one. And then... What if I put this one in there? I think we'll just do 2 colors on the flowers and with the black then. I want the black to be kind of a running theme through it, so we're going to use pink 516 and hot pink 513 and the black 570. I want to have like that black kind of running as a theme throughout the color. So you know what's going to happen. Once again, be right back. Okay, so we're going to go in with the darkest pink, which is hot pink, and start shading in around these flowers. So I'm just going to kind of start at the middle part of the petal of each of them. See, I hope everyone had a good weekend. It feels actually weird again sitting down and talking, because like I said, it's been, I've filmed videos, It's just since I've actually filmed a color and chat, it's been a good hot minute. Do the black now. So it feels weird sitting down, like after you've not sat down and filmed for a while. And I don't know how these are going to turn out because I don't know if the black goes well with this pink, so I might not do that. May just leave it as like for her with the black kind of pencil shading. We shall see. It might be just a little too dark, or maybe I'll just go a little too heavy. And I have to look at the different color lines that are going on this month to see about which ones I want to color for. Because I'll set some pictures aside for it, and then I just don't. So I want to see if maybe there's some I can incorporate into other ones, or keep an idea of like which ones are going on to keep. Like this is now the lightest color, which is pink. See what's going on with it. So, and I think I'm not gonna do the blacks. I don't really like how that black looks in person. Doesn't look bad on camera, but in person I don't really like the look of it. Oh, it's gonna look weird if I just have one, so I think we're just gonna keep with it. If I don't like it, I can dress it up with some Posca. Maybe put some Posca dots on it. See how it looks pretty good on camera, but in person it kind of looks a little like muddy of a color. Let's actually start this way. Let's do a very light of black. Try it this way instead. See if it looks better if I do a little bit of black first. I'm gonna have to check the time too after this. I might have to just do the cactuses tomorrow. Because my wrists are kind of telling me it's time to stop. But we shall see. So I might just do this flower tonight and call it a night. Yeah, I like doing it this way better. And it might not be an accurate representation of these pencils either on top of the markers because I was coloring for most of the afternoon. So my hand just might be tired from pencil work. But I will leave these down below if you are interested in them. It will be an Amazon affiliate link if you are, and just make a small kickback from it. You know the spiel of the Amazon affiliates, but we have to say it because you have to say that. You can't actually put a link down there that's like an affiliate link or anything like that without actually saying it because you can get in trouble with YouTube. And it's just not nice to be. I want to put a link somewhere where it's not like where you're like making money off of it and you're not telling the person and the people who are clicking on it. You know? So always try to remember. Sometimes I do forget, but I try to always remember if I include a link with something that I say what it is, you know. See, I do like them like that with the black first, over than the black on top of the pink. Yes, I hope everyone is looking forward to this month's color along. Even if you don't want to do a spooky picture, it's just about doing something that's kind of like a Halloween theme. So you can just do very cutesy pictures, like a cutesy, like one of the cute witches from Jade Summer. I was very tempted to almost pick that book up before I found that one I did get. Because I've been going back and forth about that book for a while, and I almost got it, but then I was like, no, I want the other book. But it could be like a cute witch. It can be just a cute little thing. It doesn't have to be like a spooky picture. It can be just something like, if you don't want to do like this, you can do something like, where it's like that, where it's just like a nice sugar skull. Or even like this one where it's like a sugar skull. It's mostly the person. It fits into that kind of spooky vibe to it. It fits into halfway to Halloween, you know? Because Halloween isn't all about, you know, the scary stuff. It's about the spooky stuff and the spooky cute stuff. So it fits. I might pull off the Beauty of Horrors and do a picture in my spare time this month because it'll be the perfect time. But I don't want to get like myself too like horrored out by the end of the month. Because I don't want to overdo it. And probably just as a little of a forewarning here, I probably will be using my polychromos a lot this month because I want to just play with them more and test out more with them. So you'll probably see me using polychromos a lot this month. I just want to use these here today. The only reason I'm not using the polychromos was just see how these worked on top of marker because I knew I wanted to use a marker base. So, but I'll probably be using my polychromos a lot this coming month. Because I'm still getting used to them and I really, really love them. I can honestly say I probably love them a little more than my Prismas. Still love my Prismas, but I love the coloring experience of the polys. So you'll see me using them a lot because I'm still trying to learn my color combos, what works with other ones, all that kind of fun stuff. So you'll see me probably color with them a lot this month. So this has like a little bit of a forewarning there. And I think in my spare time I'm going to try watching some horror movies this month. Kind of fully dive into the horror Halloween vibe. I know Slasher is coming back with a new season this month, which I'm excited for. Called Slasher Solstice. It's going to be on Netflix on May 23rd. So I'll have to, me and Mom are going to start watching that one because we watched the other two seasons. The first season, I think, was better than the second season. But the second season was really good as well. Though I liked the kind of revenge thing. I just didn't like that kind of the subplot that they did with the killer. In that season, it was very reminiscent of trying to watch Bates Motel with my mom, which is it wasn't like something very comfortable to watch because it's like, no, you know, that like that kind of thing. It's like, no. So that wasn't like my favorite season, but I'm excited for this one. And there's 8 episodes, so it's going to be a fast one. Probably watch 2 episodes a night, so we're done with it in like a month. We don't prolong it too much. I'm going to zoom in now so get to the head part, the head piece. There we go. So I'm excited for that, and I'll see about some movies that are on there on Netflix that I want to watch, and like Tubi. I haven't checked what they add on Tubi TV for a while, so I should probably do that this weekend. I'll probably mix my horror movie watching or my movie watching with my reading, so I can just look up at the movie, you know, whenever it's getting good. Because I can multitask by watching stuff and reading at the same time. Yeah, I really need to take a break after this. So this is going to be it for today, 'cause my hands, maybe my fingers are starting to hurt. Which is weird, because I don't get that problem with my Crayolas, but with these ones, I do. I don't know what it is. It's like that same feeling, you know, if you sit in there and you've been coloring for like hours on hours on hours, and your hand just starts like cramping up from like holding the pencil and stuff like that. Which is weird, because this is exactly how I usually hold on, like my Prismas, my Polys, even my Crayolas and stuff like that, but I don't know. So I will just do the cactuses tomorrow night. And we're going to do her face on our sugar skulls in gel pens. I figure I'm going to use the eyes scale to do the eyes, and then everything right in here is going to be nice in gel pen. I'll use for like the skin, the mask part right there. I'll just use a clear, the crystal gel pen to color it. So it's nice and shiny. So yeah, the agenda for tonight will probably be go get my shower, because I had to wash my hair and do that shower and everything like that, and then I will sit in bed and read. Sunday I did have a lazy day Sunday, but at the same time I also had a cleaning day. So Sunday I did the dusting in my bedroom. I did my blankets, because my blankets did need a good washing, and then I did my bathroom, I did my sink, my toilet, my shower. I didn't mop my floor, but I don't want to waste a bucket of mop and cleaner just for my bathroom, so I just wait until my mom does the kitchen, her bathroom, and then I'll go ahead and mop. I'll borrow after she's done and mop my bathroom, mop and sweep my bathroom. I don't feel like wasting, you know, a full bucket of water and cleaner to just do like a small little room. It's there. And I think we're gonna do her eyelashes there, like a black silver gel pen, or not a black glitter gel pen, not a black silver. So let's see if I can put this down. There we go. Let's see, there we go. Let's get back in position. There you go, that is it for today. Oh, the color we used is pink, hot pink, and black for the flowers in the Amazon Basics. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to come in with some gel pen, do the face, do the sugar skulls, and the jewelry, and we are done with this page. I don't think I'm going to do a background. I think I'm just going to leave it as just this right here. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until next time, hope you all have an amazing day, and happy coloring.